am discussing about ORD, CD, CB. What is meant by ORD is optical rotatory dispersion, and CD is circular dichroism, and CB is circular bifringence. All these three are depending on the polarization of light. Generally, an ordinary light consists of different wavelengths which are vibrating in different planes. So this is an ordinary light. It is also known as unpolarized light. But ORD, CD and CB are depending on the polarized light. That process is known as polarization of light. We need polarized light. For converting an unpolarized light to polarized light, we need a polarizer. What is a polarized light means? A beam of polarized light has vibration only in one plane. That type of vibration of wavelength is known as polarized light. That means it vibrates only in one plane, in any direction, but it vibrates only in one plane. That type of light radiation is known as polarized light. As we all know that light is a form of electromagnetic wave. It is having both electrical component and magnetic component. So both these electric and magnetic components are perpendicular to each other. Light is in the form of electromagnetic wave, and it is having electric component and magnetic component, and both these electric component and magnetic component are perpendicular to each other. Let us consider a source of light which is vibrating in different directions. In this source of light, let us consider a single beam of light which is having both electrical component and magnetic component. As we said that electric component and magnetic component are perpendicular to each other. So red line is indicated for electrical component and blue line is indicated for magnetic component. Here it is having a 3 axis. This is a x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. This is in the form of 3D. So 3-dimensional way. So it is an unpolarized light. So when unpolarized light is passed through a Nicol prism, what is this polarizer do? It allows only an electrical component. It allows to pass only an electrical component. In spectroscopic studies, mostly will deal with electric component rather than magnetic component. Electrical component is more beneficial for the studying of spectral analysis. So we are considering only electrical component and neglecting the magnetic component. So after unpolarized light is passed through a polarizer, we will get this plane polarized light which is in the form of 2D. This is the only electrical component. It is also known as plane polarized light or else linearly polarized light. It is having a fixed path of propagation. So this is all about the polarization of light and converting the unpolarized light to polarized light. Now coming to the concept of ORD, optical rotatory dispersion, means the source of light. From the source of light we are getting unpolarized light, and through the with the help of polarizer we are converting the unpolarized light to plane polarized light. Here the polarizers are Nicol prism or Galen-Thomson prism or Thoromilline crystal. Any one of these polarizer can be used for converting unpolarized light to plane polarized light. So mostly Nicol prism is used as a polarizer for converting this. So when the unpolarized light is passed through a polarizer, we will get a plane polarized light. In this ORD, optical rotatory dispersion, we are using an optically active compound. So what is meant by an optically active compound? The compound which is having a chiral carbon, chiral center, and which is capable of rotating the plane of polarized light. That type of compounds are known as optically active compounds. Chiral carbon, as you all know, that the carbon which is having 4 different functional groups, that type of carbon is known as chiral carbon. which is an optically active, that means mirror image exists. So which is also having the property of rotating the plane of polarized light. It is a plane of polarized light. When it is passed through an optically active compound, it rotates with either in clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if the compound is an when the plane polarized light is passed through an optically active compound, if it rotates in a left side direction, that is in anti-clockwise direction, then it is a levorotatory compound. It is also known as left linearly polarized light. If it is rotating in right side, that is in clockwise direction, then it is known as dextrorotatory compound, also known as right linearly polarized light. The examples for levorotatory compounds are proteins, phospholipids, lipids, etc. And the examples for dextrorotatory are carbohydrates like glucose, fructose, sucrose. So the main definition for optical rotatory dispersion is it measures the ability of an optically active compound in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. It measures whether it is clockwise rotating or anti-clockwise rotating. So ORD tells whether the optically active compound is levorotatory or dextrorotatory. So this is the process of ORD. Now coming to the concept of circular dichroism, CD. CD means circular dichroism. Till here the process is same for both ORD and CD. Source of light, unpolarized light. In converting unpolarized light to plane polarized light, we are using polarizer. And after the plane polarized light is produced, the plane polarized light is instanted on a photoelastic modulator, or else we can use Pocal cell or electro-optic modulator. When the plane polarized light is incident on photoelastic modulator, it converts the plane polarized light into circularly polarized light. It converts the plane polarized light into circularly polarized light. It is having both left circularly polarized light and right circularly polarized light. From left side, this is known as left circularly polarized light, and from right side, starting from right, it is known as right circularly polarized light. So a plane polarized light instanted on a photoelastic modulator converts this into circularly polarized light. Then the circularly polarized light is incident on an anisotropic medium or optically active compound. Anisotropic medium means it is having a direction dependent. So anisotropic medium or an optically active compound we can use. So when circularly polarized light is incident, then it absorbs both the magnitude of right circularly polarized light and left circularly polarized light. It absorbs both, but there is a difference between the RCPL and LCPL. If the magnitude of RCPL is more and the magnitude of LCPL is less, it can be comes like this. If the magnitude of LCPL is more and RCPL is less, like this. So the difference in the magnitude of RCPL and LCPL tells about the CD. So circular dichroism is used for the measurement of absorption, difference in absorption of RCPL and LCPL. And now coming to the circular bifringence topic. Circular bifringence means when RCPL and LCPL components of a beam of plane polarized light are transmitted with equal speed without any rotation, no rotation of plane polarized light will be observed. Those type of compounds are known as, that process is known as circular bifringence. In circular dichroism, we are having some difference between RCPL and LCPL, but in circular bifringence, there is no difference between RCPL and LCPL. They travel with equal speed, so there will be no difference between RCPL and LCPL. That type of process is known as circular bifringence, and difference will be told in circular dichroism. Thank you.